So hi, we're Ben and Ange Thorpe. We're based in Europe. We've been missionaries in Europe since 2009.
We had this feeling that more of an urging that God was calling us to Ukraine and especially the East. And then we met an Australian missionary couple who used to serve in Donetsk
city,
and they had left.
And then God opened the door in an amazing way. Like we got invited, we got an invitation from a pastor there, and it just opened up so many opportunities to help with the local church, but also into the wider community. Even through teaching English, it opened doors for the local church to be able to go out more in their community, and we were able to also help some young people that were disadvantaged. God was just so amazing the way things opened up.
2014 was when Russia basically took Crimea and invaded the eastern side of Ukraine, claiming to be separatist forces. And they took over the city that we were living in. And by the grace of God, we were back in Australia when that actually happened. We were home on furlough. We flew out of the Donetsk airport, which is now destroyed, crushed. You couldn't land a plane there even if you wanted to. And we were just thinking, well, what do we do now then? Is this something that we need to look at? What do we do? And we felt called, that God was saying, your work there is not done. Your work there is still to build the relationships that you've been building with are now coming to the fore, because as we've seen since 2014, that the connections we've built has now helped with this all-out invasion, which has happened this year. And what it's done is it's shown that those connections have been able to build more connections, so that the churches that we were involved with have put us in touch with other churches that need, whether it be training, humanitarian help, all of these different things that we've seen that we never thought when we went on the field that we would be involved in this type of work. In the 21st century, being field workers, you have to be adaptable. You have to be able to go, okay, this is my plan, but you know what, that plan is now out the window. Because as we've seen with COVID, as we've seen with the wars, things change, borders shut, areas shut as quick can be. And you have to be able to think, okay, I can't do that, but what can I do?
So even following on from that, even after this conflict back in 2014, it affected us a lot, but some parts of Ukraine weren't affected as much. And life seemed to go on as normal, but this year we saw what happened. February this year, Russia actually invaded Ukraine more openly, and loads more people have been displaced this time round. So our ministry changed again, because the people that we were ministering to they'd already fled eastern Ukraine, gone to a safer part of of Ukraine, but then that became unsafe. So we've actually got people we've helped. We never thought we'd see them in the UK. We thought we might see them in Ukraine one day. We were praying for peace in Ukraine, but instead we've had the opportunity to help them escape Ukraine in the midst of this latest conflict, and we've met them in the UK. So it's been amazing.
I just wanted to say it like this: it's a great big thank you to all of the churches that have given I know there was a Ukraine appeal. I wanted to say thank you so much, because the money you have given has gone so far and has blessed so many people. This is such a time of need in Ukraine's history, and we personally couldn't do what we do without you guys. It is just to the paramount that we just see that the money that you have given has just gone into people's houses, it's gone into churches, it's actually fed people, it's helped them flee. I could tell you story after story about people being evacuated at the last minute because Christians have driven into war zones to take people out of it. And that was because of churches like yourself giving money for fuel, for the vehicles, so that people could be saved. So not only are you saving lives physically, but they are getting ministered to with the gospel at the same time.